Hey guys, my name is BobLyn and welcome back to another video. There is a new battle pass or blitz pass I suppose it's called out and there was a Russian battleship released, the Novorossiysk. I'm pretty sure I
Бой
butchered that,
начинается.
but oh well. I'm gonna call it the Novoro or the Novo. So the Novoro is a, like I said, Russian battleship at tier 6 and it has 10 320mm guns. Now that's, not too high of a caliber. It also gets sonar 1, it gets rapid reload 1, and it gets 2 speed boost 1. Now I get a rapid reload 1 and sonar, an extra sonar because of my commander, like you can see here. And here is my setup as well. Now you can see I didn't go for a high level commander on this one. I tend to not play a lot of low tier games, so this is quite unusual for me. But this thing actually looked pretty cool, and so yeah, I decided to play it. And is this thing worth it now? That's the big question. In the beginning, when I first played it, I was very underwhelmed. It has a cool camo, as you can see here. It has these cool Halloween tracers, and it looks nice with this camo as well. Of course, you gotta buy the big bundle, and you don't have to do that. It also I think it works fine without a camo, honestly, at these lower tiers. But I felt it was underwhelming because of the caliber, to be honest, and the accuracy. You don't get a precise aiming, which you usually do with Russian ships, and you kind of feel that actually. But once I started playing it a little bit more and figuring out what you need to do with it, it kind of felt pretty good actually. It's a good ship in my opinion. It's pretty fun. So what do you need to do with this ship? What is it good at? Well, it's kind of a mix between everything, I feel. It's kind of a jack of all trades because it's really good at, long range support. You do have a lot of guns and they are kind of accurate. As you can see there, we Citadel the Fuso, but I tend to not get a lot of Citadels on this thing. In this clip you're seeing here, I have another Novoro on my starboard side, and we've just been pushing down. And it's honestly a very good ship for pushing because you do have that speed boost. And I believe you reach upwards of around 30 knots with the speed boost, which is quite good for a battleship at tier 6. So it is good at killing BBs, but it's there's some ships that it's hard at. Bayerns are pretty bad for this ship. You can't expect to penetrate their armor. You need to get plunging fire, and these shells, as you can see, are actually pretty fast. So it's kind of difficult to get that plunging fire. As you see, I get kind of bad pens here, 2 hits and half pens only. So if you want to pen these bigger battleships like the König, like the New Yorks, and all these kinds of ships, you need to hit their superstructure and kill them that way. So this Navarro, one of my teammates, he was just setting up all these kills for me while he was tanking. So thank you for that, dude. That was a pleasure sailing with you. And here's the Koenig, and as you can see at close range, this thing is good. It's a good brawler. I would honestly say that's one of the fun things about this ship. It's good in a brawl. And at lower tiers like tier 6 and 5, you will definitely get into brawls because people are just playing a lot more carefree, and like it's just a lot more fun, to be honest. I should play lower tiers more because I found out that, first of all, I was, kind of cocky. I thought, oh, it's gonna be easy. I was gonna play the Yahagi and stuff. I got nuked, man. I was actually kind of surprised that, how good some of these players were. I don't know. I just thought that, once you get past tier 5 and 6, you don't really come back to it. But it was fun. I had a good time. So in this next clip here, we're gonna see the Navarro's ability to kill DDs. First we have this Bayern here, and I actually got some good pens on him, but to be honest, versus a Bayern, your guns are not that great. So the Novoro is a fun ship in my opinion, and I think if you are a person who buys the Blitz Pass anyways, there's no reason for you to not buy it this time. This is actually a good tier 6, and I think I'm going to be playing this in respawn. I think it's going to be good for respawn with this rapid reload, and that's quite fun, to be honest. I do love ships with rapid reload. So while we are finishing this Bayern here, and we're going to take on a couple of DDs, trust me guys, there's going to be a couple of DDs who are going to try to kill me. It's going to be great. I wanted to talk about the direction of the channel, what I want to do with my channel here. Well, first of all, I want to make videos for you guys. I really enjoy making videos, and all the support you guys have given me has made it even more, you know, it's been a bigger motivation for me to keep going. So I want to make I have the series Cruisers of Blitz and Darker Dudes, and they're gonna be not rare, but I'm not gonna be uploading them as much because I want them, you know, to be like more longer videos. I'm gonna spend more time on them, and they're gonna be montages in them. Now, obviously, I love making montages, but I can't keep doing them all the time because then they'll just die, and you know, I don't want them to die because I love making them. And I believe some of you enjoy them quite a lot. So there's going to be a montage in those kinds of videos, but videos like this where there's a tier 6 ship, I mean, I'm not going to be playing this much, you know, else other than this video here, you know, and maybe if there's respawn again. So, you know, don't expect a montage on every video. I would love to do them, but they would just get boring, right? You can't say the same joke 50 times. It's going to get boring. The other thing is, I said I was going to be starting to live stream. Well, that's going to be happening soon enough. Now we're into October, and it's my birthday soon, so I'm hoping to get a microphone, because the one I'm using right now, you guys have probably noticed, is quite shit. So I wanted to quickly touch on, look how easy it is to dodge a torpedo salvo from these British DDs. If you're in a British DD and you're fighting a BB at close range, especially one like this, do not single file. Just you know, spread it. A guy commented on my Minotaur video, you know who you are out there, and I was using single file in a, you know, fight with a GK where I could have actually survived if I just used the spread, because it's easier to get the spread off. You have a, you know, wider angle, I suppose, and I was going full broadside, which actually made me lose more HP. So sometimes it is more worth it to just make sure you hit some torpedoes and, you know, don't die in the process. So in this one, we're gonna rush down a Colorado and a Andrea Doria, I believe. Yeah, I think it's an Andrea Doria. It's an Italian BB. So like I said, it's a pretty good brawler, and you know, it's also a fast ship, so you have the ability to flank a little bit and move with your DDs and cruisers, which I believe is a good thing. You should always support your DDs and cruisers. For example, I recognized that my Akatsuki was gonna be alone versus these two guys. You can't see him yet, there he is, because this Pensacola bot will definitely die. So instead of just, you know, staying behind and hoping that he's gonna be fine, I'm gonna go with him and support him here. And he's gonna do some damage, I hope. So this Akatsuki, he is gonna go right in there like a true champ, and he's gonna dump all his torps. And we're gonna go for this plunging fire like I talked about. Rapid reload up and try to hit the superstructure and deck. That was a pretty good salvo, but you know, no citadels, and like I said, this thing is kinda lacking behind when it comes to citadels. It doesn't really get quite good pens, even on Königsbergs and Nürnbergs. I did not get, you know, satisfactory pens, I felt. So the Colorado takes another big hit, and you can see we're racking up quite a big damage here. It's almost 60k in the tier 6 BB. I think that's quite good. And he's going to go down here. So in a brawl, you want to, you know, minimize the damage you take. So as I knew I was going to kill the Colorado, I kind of, you know, turned away from the Endurador, not to minimize the damage. I didn't know if he was going to shoot me, but I felt he was, so I turned away. And that's kind of what you want to do in brawls in situations like this, is minimize the amount of ships that have a good shot on you. You know, obviously somebody's going to have your broadside, but you need to minimize that. There goes the Andrea Doria too. So, do I think you should get this ship? Like I said, yes, I think you should. This is a fun one, it's a good BB, and it's kind of a jack of all trades. It can brawl, it can do kind of long range, and it's overall pretty good. So, that's all from me. Thank you guys for watching a quick little video on a review on the new ship. My name's been BobLyn, signing off.